As part of this offering at Onyx Markets, we want to get small, medium enterprises and corporates around the world to be able to get more accurate hedging. We've got Julian Keats, who's been involved with hedging services and solutions for corporates for a long time. And I guess, Julian, we just need to summarize, I guess, why this is much better than what they're getting right now.
Yeah, it's a really good question, Greg, and it may not be obvious to corporate hedgers, small, medium or large, why this platform would be so useful, in my opinion, to them, right? Firstly, it's free to see the price, the central market price. Why is this the central market price? Because Onyx set up 2016 and trades this daily in, is it 25 billion barrels equivalent last year? It's an immense volume. I think, I don't know for certain, but I think that volume's larger than most of the key players and majors in the market. This is the scale of it is immense, right? So if your pricing was inaccurate, you wouldn't be here today. It's very accurate, right? That's simply how I put it, right? Why is the platform so useful? Let's think about Corporate Hedgers for a second. And Corporate Hedger is, we've got the refined barrel at the moment. Propane, naphtha, gasoline, diesel, jet, VLSFO, heavy fuel oil here, all those key products. When I click on something on Amazon and I get my delivery, it's either come by plane, ship, road transport to get there. The service providers providing that service need to control their fuel spend, and fuel is very volatile. This platform allows those corporates providing those services to come on and quickly, easily discover their price for their future budget period, right? To monitor that price and decide flexibly how they build their hedge policy and control those prices. So speed of access on the platform is really important. They don't have to get involved in the cumbersome ISDAs. They don't need to open up an FCM account. They can simply download and get very quick, easy access to the platform. Reliable central market pricing, as I've already said. This is the key central market price. They can see that and decide whether this price suits them and benchmark that if they're using their bank today or any other swap service provider. They can benchmark and just see what I suspect is quite significant charges. In my experience in the UK land market, the diesel hedges, those prices range from half a pence per litre more expensive, all the way to 10 pence a litre more expensive just to hedge. So to put that in sort of like pounds per tonne equivalent, from £5 a tonne all the way up to £100 a tonne more expensive than the actual central market. This is going to be very important, right? And I liken that to Revolut and Wise for foreign exchange, as we discussed earlier, really giving that spot market access and not going to my FX desk at the airport where I know it's going to cost me 20% more to trade.
I was going to say, so it's about 20%. Would you say it can be as high?
As high, it could be as high as that. I think in very few instances.
And even small, medium enterprises, they're spending millions a year on diesel potentially if you're a trucking business. So, you're talking about some serious cash here, differential, just by being on market, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you're absolutely right. And it's not just about that price. It's about the platform's robustness and consistent pricing. So they can really see that live. Mm-hmm. You can assess the news, they can assess the value and decide how they tweak their hedging program. Hedging programs for everyone is different. Just like investors have different ideas of what they're going to invest in, corporate hedges all have different styles. And this platform gives that flexibility. What do I mean by that? If I'm operating with my swap provider today, they can get bored if you ask repetitive prices. Sure. This platform won't get bored, right? It's really important.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just the general informational advantage. We hope it will be obvious that it's an improvement, massive improvement. So just come and check it out, right?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, that's the mantra. Come and check it out. And we're building this step by step, right? So we want the feedback from customers saying, well, actually, I'd like to see this, or I really need this. And we'll endeavour to look at that and build it if there's demand for that. So, we know we're not going to solve everything in one go, day one, right? I think we know that. But this is so far in advance of what's out there at the moment. It's a great stepping stone in the right direction.
Maybe the only real difference to get familiar with, I guess, if you are already hedging in the market now, it's this CFD, the kind of pounds per point, dollars per point conversion. That's maybe one of the things to get familiar with that may take some time.
And that's all going to be listed on our website by contract, because it does vary by contract. Okay. And the fact that it's everything's listed in there, the market's realized there and available for you to see live in your account, and the fact that the account is funded. And again, we want feedback from people about how they the advantages and disadvantages for them. The advantage is clearly that you get to that central market price. And now you can evaluate if you're going to invest £1 million spend on a forward risk profile, whether your internal cost of capital is lower than the equivalent that you're seeing from your current swap provider, and it's better to access the central market through Onyx Markets, which we think the answer will be yes.
Great. Julian, thank you very much.
Pleasure.